Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. What prop firms does your code work on? MFU, TPT, Apex, Tradeify. I think that's it right now. I'm pretty sure. Do I have any promo discounts on Bookmap? Yeah, code RIPS will get you a discount. This also right here. We retested the midpoint. Reject. What's my indicator? Well, first of all, we drew a bunch of big, beautiful lines. Look at this. We drew all this morning. First backstop 1 hour POC, main support, lower support, bing, bong, bing. But the one you're probably talking about, let me get back to reality here. The one you're probably talking about is the one that gives me all of these levels. The Spaceman BTC. Okay, so we're hitting first bounce now, and why? Look. Ready? We're gonna draw this together, and you should be drawing this on your charts too. Right here, the topping area of this market. Right here, this is the previous high of the extension. So make this a nice little dotted line, dash line. Let's make it dotted, we make it purple. No, we need to make it something we can see. Green, okay, there we go. Biggity bounce, slide, ride. There we go. See? Topping area, right there. Bro, Rips, I bought a starter MF F 50K and trade 50K growth. Past MFF now. Failed Tradeify because I placed a buy and a sell at the news. Why'd you do that, dude? Come on, you're better than that. So breaking down this topping area right here would potentially bring us to the VWAP. Potentially. Long now? No, I'm flat. Got nothing. We're down on these right now. Oh, I have 2 TPT Pro 50s as well. How long do you have to wait after the news to trade? Is it 5 minutes after the print? Pretty sure it's 5. Little Finsky. Where do we want to see like reclaims now? So if we're watching this, going back to our drawing tools here, this previous 4 hour high is reclaim zone. Change this. Boom. Okay. So any kind of liquidity that starts auctioning back above this, we get this reclaim zone and it holds, then we're looking for longs. Right now we're betwixt this zone. So this is the no trade zone. We don't want to trade this because chances are it's just going to chop. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Just be patient. Just wait. Is it going to reject it, the reclaim zone, or are we going to take it out? And then we can take this prior zone right here. Watching right here. If we go into another chop zone here. So we're watching for all of this. Right now we're curling up. We could easily sine wave out of this. This is why we don't get in this now. This is the no trade zone. So who's in control right now? Buyers or sellers? Easy answer, right? Oops. If buyers were taking control right now, where would we be? We'd be in the reclaim zone. Right now, look at where that wick just wicked into. The reclaim zone. Draw these zones on your chart. Let the market whisper to you. And again, we have to be watching the lower end of this right here. Whoop. Got to be watching for that. Take this. Put it up there. We have the same. That's another thing too that you can do to measure the strength of a trend or velocity. Just copy your same trend and see if it's the same exact velocity. It's pretty similar, right? Pretty similar, not the same, pretty similar. So right there. Hey Rips, when you mentioned it, how did you find the reclaim zone? We looked at where the bottoming hour or the bottoming area of that extension was, where we started to find the first bouts of reclaiming, first bouts of buying liquidity, and it lined up perfectly with the previous 4 hour high. And do you remember, what did we say about this zone, by the way? What did we say about this zone? Talk to me, people. What did we say about this zone that we're in right now? What did we say? Is it a yes trade zone or a no trade zone? And why, and is that, okay. If you think that is good advice, drop a W in chat. If you think that is bad advice, drop an L in chat. Let's see who's figured it out. Boom. We're learning together. We're staying out of chop. We're not getting completely by this market. Doesn't it feel nice to not actually get by this market? Isn't that nice? You stand up for yourself and you say, nah, dude. Hey, market, you're not going to me this morning. Why would we trade that? That's some dirty shit. You know what I mean? And we can just wait. We got the whole day. And that, like, where's all the stress right now? It's dissipated. We're just chilling. Now, one of the things that you could set up for yourself, if you really like are hankering to trade, I wouldn't recommend that you do this. But if you're really hankering to trade, let's just say that once it breaks anywhere in this zone, you can put a stop above, like right at that wick, and then you could be targeting a breakdown of this zone. But let's see, look at the, this is not even a one-to-one trade. So That's why I'd avoid something like that. Because like hopes and dreams are going to get you to say, okay, let's at least get a VWAP test, but that's still only 1.2 to 1. Like you would need to have your stop just above that wick. And that's why I think like just staying outside of this no trade zone, that's the nuts right there. That's the nuts, right? Now, let's just say that we had like speedy targets to the downside. Let's say that we're going all the way to the lower end of the zone. That becomes a pretty decent trade. But again, that feels like a lot of hopium that you're huffing on over there. Look at this. Imagine if you're a short, you're like, oh, I'm just going to take the rejection of the reclaim zone. And then it starts to break this line. You're like, I'm going to add to that. Well, you did it in the no trade zone, you knucklehead. And now you're getting clapped. Your cheeks are catching a huge standing ovation right now because you traded in the no trade zone. Would I long if it broke out? Well, I want to see what happens up here. Because remember, this is the second area where we can run into some chop. So I just want to be patient. Right now in Bookmap, what I'm seeing is a ton of overhead supply coming in as we're pushing up into this area. S&Ps are going to look a little bit different, but I'll show you on the S&Ps. We're not pushing as violently. So something like this, we're looking for a reclaim out of that area. It's not there yet. Go back to the NQ. A lot of overhead supply, projecting right at the bottom of our zone there. Totally expected. If we go all the way up to this midpoint, you're gonna have a whole mess of sellers that are gonna be covering right out of here off of that bounce zone. Covering right off of here. What does overhead supply mean? It means that there are people placing offers passively, and that's what makes the market slow down on its trajectory to the north side. Because if there's a lot of people that are selling, you have to have a number of buyers that have to buy through the amount of contracts that are being sold on the offer higher and higher. If there is a lack of sellers, it's much easier for buyers to move the price higher. It's an auction. So on the 5 minute, we are currently encroaching into the zone where if we come up to this 50% retracement and we still have buyers in control, from what I see on Bookmap, we have a lot of people that are stepping up bids, but we still are running into overhead supply. Nvidia is pushing up, Meta's pushing up, Microsoft's pushing up. In fact, all of the Mag 7 right now are showing a lot of green candles. But because the market is about 25 minutes from opening, what we're running into is algorithms are not completely turned on yet. Once the market opens, they're going to turn on. We're going to start to see a lot more liquidity entering the market. So even though this is grinding higher, I'm still seeing a lot of people placing heavier, thicker orders above us. So that could lead us to have a lot of overhead supply, which will give us, like if we have a bunch of overhead supply that is just being added all through this area here, those are people that are net short. And if they continue to put up heavier offers and thicker, we're going to run out of buying steam and it will roll back down. Conversely, if those offers start to dissipate and we have a lot of shorts that are covering and putting themselves up on these bids, we're going to see the market grind higher. So it depends on what happens when the algorithms turn on. All right, back to the one here. We're back in the zone. The breakout area of the zone is up here going for that current year high. We are still grinding, but we are running into, again, heavy overhead supply. I'm currently flat across the board here. I'm just trying to be patient. I want to see what happens after the market opens, because right now we are doing a huge V-shaped recovery, but what can happen on something like this and where I don't want to be in a position right now? It's like, oh, why wouldn't you be long right now? Well, if we come all the way up here, we pop off a lot of these stops up here, and then maybe the market opens once we get up there. It could just drop like a rock where we're seeing all this overhead supply coming in, right? And I don't want to have a position on until we have the market opening, because this is giving us all of that pre-market information that we need right now. So in hindsight, you can see, this is what I like to do too. You see the trade setups that you missed. I mean, we nailed the zones, right? Look at this, top of that zone, bottom of that zone. We nailed these zones. We had first rejection here. We probably pulled back exactly to the mid on this. Let me see. Almost. Pretty dang close. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, so we pulled back to the midpoint on that. That was almost the exact midpoint right there. Was that pullback? So we retraced 50% before we went higher and we knocked out that next zone. We are 12 minutes from the open, folks. I actually really enjoy streaming. I enjoy doing this. It helps my own trading too, but I also it's just fun to do. Trading alone sucks. I traded alone for a while. Then I traded with a group. And then some of those people in the group were lying about how well they were doing. That was annoying. I like trading with our crew in the morning. It's fun. You know, we got 1,000 people on Twitter, 1,000 people on YouTube. We got 400 people on Kick. You know, it's fun. All right, so we didn't auction back down below the reclaim zone, which is strong for buyers, but anything can happen here off the open. So I just want to be patient. The goal is to be patient off the open. Try to nail some trades if we can, if the market is giving us some good MGI that says, hey, we should be long, we should be short. We are 4 minutes till the open. 4 minutes till the open now. And we are still rejecting the tippy top of the zone, but buyers look like they're in control right now still. The harder conditions that you learn in, the better you will be as a trader, because when the market gets easier, you're going to be dialed in. That's how it works. So if you feel like these are difficult conditions, which they're, I mean, arguably they are, you'll be better when the market is more chill or more something your speed, which is fantastic, right? If it going to grind higher, why wouldn't you get in at the bottom of the reclaim zone? I didn't anticipate that it was going to continue grinding higher. If I would have, I would have. And plus, like I said multiple times, I don't want to be in a position when the market opens, because there's going to be so much order matching going on that I want to be like, let's imagine that I was in a big, beautiful long here, and then the market opens, and all of a sudden the market literally just rips down. And instead of me being able to just open short, rip that to the downside, now I'm caught in this long and I have to exit here, and now I'm only catching this much of the move, right? I have no idea what's going to happen off the open. Right now we're going for the yearly, the all-time highs right now. We are inside 2 minutes now, inside 2 minutes. Still haven't taken a trade on Percy. We've taken a trade on TBT, haven't taken a trade on Tradeify, and we're ready for this market to open. All right, 45 seconds now till the market opens, folks. 45 seconds. Let's see what happens. Are we going to go to the bone zone, or are we going to go to drop down? I mean, dude, equities are curling up heavily right now. Heavily. We have 63.10 liquidity, 63.20 liquidity in the S&Ps. This market could be grabbing for all of that. 5 seconds. And markets are open. Amazon, Microsoft driving higher here. 6,300 is in sight right now. Looking for 70s to the north side here. So we got the open rip there. Open rip, add, cover at the top. Good for 20,000. Folks, please, folks, take your seats, please. Folks, take your seats, please. It's only $20,000. It's only like a teacher's salary in less than 5 minutes. Please take your seats, please. Hectic Rogue says, why do you take your trade then show it? Because I can do what I want. Because you see this? This is an AMP account. This is my real money. This is a real money account that I've been trading. This is my money. And I can do exactly whatever the I want with my own motherfucking money. And if you have a problem with that, Hectic, you can email me personally and ask for a refund for your time for watching this stream. Oh, wait, it's free. It's free. Oh, it's free? It's free, huh? Ah, goodness. I love no matter what you do on a free stream, there's always going to be somebody. You make $20,000 of real money in front of somebody's face, and they still find a way to complain about that.